Hey everybody, Jimmie Mumbles here. If you didn't already know, I did a 4 facts in 1 lie video. And if you didn't watch Tired as Hell Part 3, then you don't know that I actually made it 4 lies, 1 fact. So, sorry for the surprise, but when I initially started making the video, I couldn't think of 4 kind of kooky or crazy things that about me that were true, that I wanted to share in the video, that you guys might think were lies. So I decided to do 4 lies instead that could be true. So I know I threw you guys off by that, so I'm sorry. Not really. But anyways, so here's 4 lies, 1 fact. I'll start off with number 1. I have sailed the 7 seas. That is a lie. There are, in fact, more than 40 to 50 plus different seas. If you believe I was referring to the original 7 seas, depending on who you talk to, those seas are different. So that is a lie. Number 2, I have been stung by a jellyfish. Also a lie. I have seen plenty of them. Seen them out to sea. Seen plenty of sea snakes out to sea, which are pretty nasty themselves. Never been stung or bitten by anything like that anyway. So, number 2, I've been stung by a jellyfish. It is a lie. Number 3, I have saved a life. That is true. But I'm going to get to that story at the end of this. So, I'm going to move on. Number 4, I have been to 6 out of 7 continents. I have been to 5 out of 7 continents. I have been to, obviously, North America. I have been to Europe. I've been to Asia. I've been to Africa, which was really hot. Really hot. And Australia. So those are the 5 I've been to. So 6 out of 7, no, but 5 out of 7, yes. So that was a lie. Number 5, I got a bone to pick with some of you about this one. The only person who picked this one was Bertovsky. And the only reason he picked it, according to what he said, was because the video was different. When I was making the video, obviously this is a lie, but one of my other lies I actually repeated for number 5. So I had to, for number 5. So I had to go back and try to adjust the camera. I couldn't get it right, so I said screw it. Most people are going to pick this anyway, or pick a few others. Most of them are going to be lies. So yeah. Number 5, I've been thrown out of a bar. I have never been thrown out of a bar. I was always smart enough to leave beforehand. So I have never been thrown out of a bar. And the reason I got a bone to pick with you guys about that was like, what, I'm a sailor, so that means I'm an alcoholic, so I'm going to get in trouble when I go to a bar? No. So like I said, I was always smart enough to leave beforehand. So anyways, so that was a lie. On to the story. Number 3, I have saved a life. It wasn't just me, I was actually part of a group of people who did. This was back when I was real fresh in the Navy. I was within my first year of the Navy. I was at the barracks one night and I was trying to go out and find something to do, whatever. But none of my buddies really wanted to go out because they knew I had to come back early so I could get to sleep because I had duty the next day. So I kind of got left behind and just kind of chilled out. Stayed up kind of late that night. Was really irritated that I couldn't go anywhere or do anything. At one point I gave up, said, hey, you know what, I'm just going to go to bed. On my way to bed, I stopped by the bathroom, and I hear some guy, what I thought was dry heaving. I figured this guy went out and got smashed. He accomplished what I couldn't at the time. And I was like, this motherfucker. So I started knocking on the stall. I'm like, hey man, you okay? Hey brother, you alright? Didn't get a response. All I heard was heaving. I was like, okay. I thought there was someone in there. Because the crack of the stalls, you see shapes or whatever. And I thought there was somebody standing there. But there wasn't. There was actually, his coat was hanging up. So that made me think there was someone standing there. Anyway, so I go find the barracks manager, barracks duty manager at the time, which was a friend of mine. His name was Jordan. I haven't seen him since then, or since that time. But anyways, I grabbed him and said, yo Jordan, you got a drunk First Deck Bravo head, He's kind of passed out. It sounds like he's dry heaving in there. I want to check on him, put a watch on him or something. And he's like, all right, show me where he is. So me, Jordan, and this guy Brooks went to go check on this guy. Brooks came with because he was just standing there with Jordan, so he decided to come to help us out. We get down there, and I realize that's an actual jacket, not somebody standing there taking care of the guy. So we pop the latch on top of the stall, reach over, open up the stall, and this guy is laying there on the floor with a belt wrapped around his arm, cigarette lighter in the floor. There's a cigarette on the back of the toilet. I remember very clearly. He was kind of left an impression on me. But what this guy had actually done was overdose on heroin, or something he was shooting up. Assuming it was heroin. So immediately we check the guy, make sure he doesn't have anything sticking out of him. Pull the belt off his arm, and try to wake him up, try to get him breathing. He was barely breathing when we found him. Brooks, before he came to the Navy, was a EMT, so he knew some CPR, which none of the rest of us did at the time. But he started working on him. Some guy walks by, and Jordan yells at him. Not Jordan. Brooks yells at him, says, "Go call an ambulance." And the guy freezes. So he looks at me and says, "Vaughn, go." So I hop over this guy, start bolting down the hallway. Get to the quarterdeck where the phone is. Quarterdeck of a building would be like the main lobby entrance area. So I get down there and I'm trying to use the phone, and the phone is dead. So that's not going to work. So I run outside. I'm going to run across the street to the next barracks and say, "Hey, we got a guy who's overdosed. We're trying to get an ambulance." So I run out the street, and there's an ambulance out there already, checking on some guy who was puking all over the parking lot. And I said, "Hey, like, he's alive. We got some guy who's barely breathing, who's overdosed, possible drug overdose." And they said, "Okay, where's he at?" I said, "Follow me." So they come running in with me, show where the guy's at. They were to get him in there, and that's when I had to secure the hallway, make sure nobody was coming and going, trying to go use that particular bathroom. Ended up yelling at a few friends, telling them to get back in their room. A few different things like that. I felt kind of bad, but it was something I had to do at the time. They got this guy out of there, and then after I was kind of, I don't want to say distraught, but I was kind of messed up by it or whatever. Distraught works, I guess. Anyways, someone did a little bit of writing or whatever. Did a lot of writing back then. Just kind of get it off my head, get this thoughts out of my head or whatever. Got up the next morning, and we got word that the guy had made it. He survived. We were told it was because we found this guy. If we didn't find him, they said if someone would have found him 15 minutes later, he probably would have been dead. So I was thankful to be part of saving this guy's life. And it was kind of a big moment for me because I had never experienced anything like that in my life before. But anyways, a couple days later, this guy, I was during this time frame of my Navy career, I was in physical therapy for some problems I was having with my knees. And so I went to the hospital where we did physical therapy at, and I left, and afterward, being a smoker, I walked out and had a cigarette, and I'm standing out there, and I hear someone say, "Hey man, aren't you Vaughn?" And I stop and I turn around, I'm like, "Yeah," and I look at the guy, and I realize it's the guy that overdosed on heroin. I was like, "Holy shit, you're Red Belt." He's like, "Yeah," thank you. Everybody told me that you're the one that found me, and that you're the reason I'm still alive. And that kind of took me back a little bit, and I asked him, I said, "How you doing, man?" I'm like, "You okay now?" And he's like, "Yeah, they got me in treatment, and they're going to be processing me out of the Navy." He says, "But thank you for finding me, thank you for saving me." And that kind of just like messed me up a little bit, and it was a unique moment in my life, I guess. Then he bummed the cigarette off me, and then I never saw him again. So yeah, that's my story of saving someone's life. So that concludes 4 facts and 1 lie, or 4 lies and 1 fact. So I guess it's time for me to tag somebody in this, and I'm going to tag against a crow. Most of the people I know on here have already done this video, so it's kind of hard to tag people over again. So I'm like, they've already done this, so why bother? However, Vincent, here's something for you. I don't want to see a 4 facts and 1 lie. I want to see another 4 lies and 1 truth. All right, see if people can figure out that one thing that's true. I think that'd be kind of interesting. So if anybody else wants to do that, feel free, go for it. Hey everybody, I almost forgot. I started a Facebook profile. I've had a Facebook profile forever. I know a lot of people have Facebook profiles for their channels. I started my own. I currently have 11 likes. Woo! Big numbers. And most of them either me or family and a couple of friends. But look up Jimmie Mumbles, Jimmie Mumbles on Facebook. And on there I'm going to be posting pictures of stuff I see in Korea. Eventually I'd like to start holding contests, whatever, like everybody else. I think it's kind of fun. And what I'm probably going to be doing is picture capture contest. Whoever has the best capture to a picture I post, they'll get a prize or something eventually. That's like way down the road, so don't even worry about that right now. But I'm going to be posting pictures on there and see what you guys think. If there's anything you've heard about Korea or anything you want to see, let me know and I'll check it out. Well, I think that about sums it up. So as always, go Dolphins.